We're awkward. Beep. We're so awkward.
You can pull that out and hold it.
How?
Here, let me show you.
It's recording.
Is it?
Yeah. What do you do? How did that happen?
Huh?
Oh.
Of course, that's really heavy. That far out.
You keep moving it a lot.
Yes, I keep moving. I'm shaking too.
Yeah,
it
you
gets
are.
very heavy holding it. You guys are going to be dizzy watching this video. Oh, you're going to take over? Tell me how much better it is now. Look at that. You're shaking too. That's because I'm... Oops.
Okay. So, what else do we want to say?
I don't know, but you're cutting the tops of our heads off now.
It's not off. You're just too tall. You can't see it because my case is in the way. Look at that cloud. It's dark. You're so hunched over.
I'm trying to get down in the screen because you're trying to fool me out of it. Yeah, I don't know what to do.
It looks like we're on a roller coaster.
Why are you playing? We're filming. We're filming. Oh, hi there.
Hello.
How are you? So what was the highlight of your week this week?
Why are we doing it like that?
Why not? What was the highlight of your week?
Taylor Swift dropped a surprise album with 8 different collectible CDs.
Was that the actual highlight? Or was the highlight...
2 different videos. We need 2 highlights, dude.
Or was the highlight that you actually got all 8?
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that. Whoops.
Are you going to film?
Yes, in a minute.
Oh, okay. So what else was your highlight? Or is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Well, I can't
Just one video.
have my turn. Oh, one video?
Yeah.
So, here.
Oh. No, I meant we don't have to film it in the same clip. I meant this is just for one video, I don't need to say 2 because it's a separate video.
Oh. Okay. So it's my turn.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
So are you going to film? Or you want to just take this camera and film it?
You can do whatever you want to. What's your highlight of the week?
My highlight of the week.
Wait, let's zoom in. Ooh.
Well, that was the highlight of...
Last week.
Was it last week or a week?
Well, 2 weeks ago.
A couple of weeks ago. My brother sent me a personalized seeouRView shirt that my sister-in-law made. Well, she didn't make the shirt, she embroidered it.
Yeah. But that was 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So what's your highlight of this week?
My highlight of this week. I finished a project.
Ooh.
I finished a pretty big project.
Cool.
Now you're gonna ask me what project?
Oh, I thought you were just gonna go into it. I don't know what you expect from me.
So what project, you might ask?
We don't talk about this beforehand. You gotta just go into it.
I felt a raindrop.
Oh God, it's raining.
Wow, it is.
Yep. Okay.
We
Walk
gotta
and talk. Go. Walk
So-
and talk.
So it's a pretty big web project. It actually involved doing an English and a Spanish version of a online loan interface to a legacy loan application at a bricks and mortar. And it's done, and that's my highlight.
Yay! Do you feel accomplished?
Yes.
Okay, I'm turning the camera off now.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Tim, the dad,
Grace, the mom.
I'm Crystal.
the daughter, and this is Abby, the pup.
And Ollie, my baby.
And we
You're
are
watching
seeouRView. Hope you enjoy our video.
Bye.
Hi guys. Hi guys.
Hello.
So,
So, it's our last day here at Tawakoni, Thousand Trails,
Yep.
Lake Tawakoni. And it's our last trip here for at least a few
till we come
years.
back to Texas again or come back through?
Yeah. And we were here 2 years ago when we did our first year in Texas.
Yeah, did we spend any summertime here?
No, I
think
it was
most of
all
what
winter.
we spent was winter here.
And spring, because it was Mother's
Yeah,
Day.
winter and spring.
And I thought it was interesting, and I'd like to explore the whole first impressions of a park versus revisiting it after some time has passed, because I've got some feelings on that.
Some feelings or opinions?
Feelings, opinions, same thing. You're holding that crooked, are you? No, you're fine.
No,
Okay.
I'm fine.
You want me to just go into it, or what?
Yeah, so what are your thoughts?
I don't mean to take over.
What are your thoughts?
Well, let's do first impressions first, because our first impressions of this park, I think the first
Even though it was the
winter.
winter time and the grass was not green, there were no leaves on the trees.
The trees were bare, and it was just it looked dead, like just foliage wise.
Yeah, but as far as the lake and just the atmosphere here,
I wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
One of the rangers kind of accosted you for taking pictures.
Oh, yeah, I was out taking pictures because that's what I do. I love to do when we first get to a new park is go around and take pictures. And this one up at the front ranger station right out front, they have a totem pole.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stopped on my way in, took a couple pictures of that, and then drove on around up by the clubhouse and parked there, and then went and took some pictures of a little fishing pond and took pictures of the pool. And on my way back to the truck, one of the rangers pulled up on her golf cart, and she stopped right in front of me, and she says, "Why are you taking pictures?" And I said, "'Cause I'm a Thousand Trails fan, and I like to take pictures and show off the good parts of the parks."
On Instagram.
And yeah, on Instagram and social media. And she's like, "Oh, well, that's cool. I just have to ask because I'm a ranger here, and we like to know what's going on." And she wasn't.
Rough.
She was by no ways mean about any of it. You know, it's just that I'm trying to.
But it threw you for one.
Yeah, I'm trying to imitate her voice, and it sounded, you know, harsher than it was. So,
But it threw you for a loop because it's like,
it really was. That's the first time I've been asked why I was taking pictures at one of the parks.
yeah.
See, there's a little hummingbird there.
Yeah, see.
Take a picture of it.
Why do you have it on portrait? How do I flip it? No, that's how. I don't
want
know
it
how to
flipped.
work. No, but it's on portrait on me.
Oh, well, there's the
How?
right that little switchy switch back and forth that goes the other way.
I don't know how to work your phone. I don't know where
The
it
bird's
went.
gone now.
I don't know how to work your phone. I'm
Okay.
an iPhone person.
So anyway, that's the story about why are you taking pictures?
Yeah, but it threw us, and
It threw me for a loop, like I wasn't, as welcome here as I have been at other parks. But besides that, just
well, and just some of the.
I tried to look beyond the brown and the no trees,
Well, it was
but
winter.
and it was winter, but just when it rains, there's puddles
Mud holes
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah, and it wasn't the best experience we'd had at Thousand Trails at this point. But
Right.
well, now let's talk about
Well,
our experience this trip through.
but
Or
we're
we still
we're not done.
we're not done. Okay, so your turn. I'm done.
Oh, I was just. You flustered me now.
Now you're done.
No, just give me a minute to think.
So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Love your comments. Eat them up, eat them up, eat them up, eat them up, just like dinner. Love them. So leave me a comment. Leave us a comment. Give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, come on, man. What are you waiting on? Subscribe. Thank you.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, we kind of didn't. Maybe I shouldn't say it.
Say what? Say
I
it,
was
and then
gonna
if you
say-
don't want to keep
Well,
it
I
in,
was just gonna
you
say
can cut it out.
we didn't care for the. I don't necessarily want to say annuals here, but the.
Well, that's the other thing is there are locals here that have annual sites in the park, and every weekend they come in and ride around on their golf carts and
Drinking and
drink and
riding.
partying, and they're loud and rowdy, and they're up all weekend long with their music blaring.
Well, and that one time that
And they were
Timbo was at the lodge, and it was dinner time, and we drove up to bring him dinner, and like one of them.
And they were drunk
cat
harassing
call,
you. But we really didn't see that as much this trip.
No.
We've seen very little of it this trip. So, but that was our first experience, and it was not
Well, it's not a reflection on the park itself. It's just
a reflection
people
on
that were
the locals that were here.
happen to be here, which I haven't run into them this
And
trip.
I mean, let's face it, people go to camping on the weekends to let off steam from the week, to party and enjoy themselves. But when there's just no regard for
other people
in the park, and
well, because they were up till like 4
you're
a.m.
acting like
doing
you're
it,
right. I mean, they acting like they're out on private property somewhere where they can, miles away from civilization, when in reality they're not. They're in a campground.
Yeah.
They're not out on the open
Well,
range.
and they don't like own the place.
Right, but yet they acted like they owned it.
But that was our first impression, and so we weren't. And the cell service sucked with T-Mobile.
Yeah, we really didn't have good internet and cell, and we had to go up to the lodge to use the free Wi-Fi to get online.
And even then, it didn't work.
And if somebody else would happen to come in and start streaming or downloading their movies or stuff, it would kill the internet for everybody else that was in there, and that happened quite often.
I got chased by a goose.
Yeah, but there were some neat things. I mean, I got some good pictures of an owl. We saw some turtles and a beaver dam, or not a beaver dam, but a beaver
Lodge.
Yeah, what do they call the little huts? Anyway, a beaver abode.
We weren't necessarily excited to be back this trip.
Well, yeah, we kind of expected to see
Be disappointed.
similar stuff. So
Especially
we didn't
because
have
it's
our
summer.
and we didn't have our hopes real high coming here this trip. But guess what?
Sorry, there was a.
Guess what?
You got a notification. What?
What? Oh, you tell me.
You told me to guess.
Oh, well, you tell me to guess. But guess what?
Guess what? What?
What?
What do you want? But this trip,
What do we find different?
well, they're running without a manager.
There's no manager here, and they are
Very
very,
little maintenance
very
staff.
short staffed.
So it is overgrown a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but the grass needs mowed in a lot of places. But they do send out
yeah.
maintenance from Texoma over here, and they have mowed quite a bit of the area. But they come out like 1 or 2 days a week. So, but even without a manager on duty, and as short staffed as they are, what have we found?
Entirely different experience this trip. And I don't know if it's. I don't know what we should talk about first. Like, do we talk about internet, because we have a completely different cell phone carrier this time?
Well, this time we have Verizon, and we found out that you actually get a decent signal, or halfway decent signal, in the C section instead of the E section where we typically stayed.
Yeah, with T-Mobile we were in the E section, and it was basically a dead zone, and our WeBoost boosted it up to like one very slow bar. But with Verizon in the C section, we get at least a couple bars.
Yep. It's enough for me to work on.
And then on the main roads, it works really well. Like, I can stream music on the main road, no problem.
Yeah, so when we're out walking around the park and that kind of stuff, we get good signal. Whereas with T-Mobile, we didn't. But that's not the park's fault. That's just, that's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Everything, the lodge and everything is still closed because of everything going on right now, but real quick.
But the rangers that are here are very pleasant.
Yeah.
They're great to talk to. The locals here on the weekends are much better than they were on our first trip out here. Yeah,
like the golf cart parading has been a lot milder.
I mean, they're still right around on the golf carts, and they're still partying, but they're not up till 4 o'clock in the morning partying and raising with their music loud. And it could just be because
we're in a different section.
Maybe, but I don't even think they're doing it over there, because we've been over there late in the evenings, and there's pretty quiet.
True.
So, the behavior of the locals here has definitely improved. The park is very pleasant and peaceful. The lake is gorgeous. Of course, the lake was gorgeous when we were here last time. I get some of the best sunset photos.
Pictures,
I get
the frozen lake.
I got some good pictures of it frozen. I get some great sunset photos. We'll throw some of those in, maybe not. But the sunsets out here are just absolutely awesome.
And this was the
awesome.
This was the park that we drove from to go meet up with Mark and Carrie and
and
Christy and Donovan and Jody.
Wow! So what an event!
We drove 1 hour, 2 hours? I don't remember.
We drove at least I think it was close to 2 hours to get there and a couple hours to get back. But
we did a video on that.
Yeah, we did a video on that. So go check it out, and we'll shut up about it now.
If it's flipped, it's flipped. You gotta put it that way.
Up there?
Yeah.
Oh, because it is up to the left.
Remember what Donovan said?
It's always up to the left. Always up to the left.
Unless I'm filming the correct way. If you can see it, do it in the
Well, it's still going to be up to my left, right? Or is my left not my left if it was flipped?
Don't think too hard. You're going to break your brain.
I already did.
Okay, so what else? The restrooms aren't the cleanest.
But they got some good hot water.
We use the restroom by the pool.
Good hot water.
And the laundry room, because they have nice hot water there.
Yes.
I haven't been in the laundry room this trip because I've been avoiding doing laundry. So I can't really speak on what it looks like now.
But overall, we definitely have enjoyed our visit here this trip. We've been here twice this summer.
Yeah.
And both times it's been very pleasant. The park is still, you know, like the amenities aren't open, and that's at all the Thousand Trails parks right now. So
They
they don't
do
have any
have-
activities going on, but the pools are open.
Yeah, you can set an appointment, right?
I think so. Last I seen, you could set an
You can set an
appointment.
appointment for the lodge too.
Yeah. So you could use the lodge for an hour or two.
And they don't have a gym, a fitness room in the lodge, but they have a little hallway that had a treadmill and like some stuff there last time we were here, but we haven't been in this trip
To
or
see.
this year to see. So I don't know if they still have that because things could have changed in 2 years. But what else do we want to say about this park?
What, have we really given it a review?
What's around town? There's like 3 different Walmarts in every direction you go.
Yeah, so it's about a 20-minute drive in 3 different directions. You'll get a
25.
Walmart, 25.
Mhm.
So you can go to the Walmart in Greenville,
Quinlan or Canton.
Quinlan or Canton.
There is a Brookshire's in Wills Point, Emory, or Quinlan. It's about an hour drive to Rockwall if that's somewhere you're interested in going to go see. What other? We didn't really do much exploring, so
Well,
I can't really.
It's still kind of not a great idea to go to attractions right
Well,
now.
even last year
But we
or
didn't-
2 years ago, we didn't explore.
Well, we
We didn't do any exploring when we were here last time, so I can't really say.
they have Lake
what we're near.
Tawakoni out here, the Lake Tawakoni State Park that we haven't been to.
That is, you have to reserve your tickets in advance to get to.
Yeah, and last time we went up there, they had already met their capacity for the day, and it was
Yeah.
closed to all other visitors.
So, you didn't get to go
So
in.
we didn't get to go in.
But-
But there's a lot
Oh.
of farmland around here.
Most of the sites here are full hookup.
Yeah, full hookup 30 amp. There are
Some 50
a
amp.
handful of 50 amp sites.
And there's a sign there that said reserved for 50 amp campers.
Yeah, so if you're a
members.
30 amp camper, they ask you not to take the 50 amp sites to save them for a 50 amp, but they don't charge extra for the 50 amp sites like some of the parks do. Okay, so what else about the park?
I don't know. What do we normally do in a review?
They've got a few trails you can walk that
It's a spread out park. It's got plenty of
Yeah.
sites. There aren't many out of order sites that I've seen.
yeah. See, most people that come here for the access to the lake.
Mm-hmm.
They
And boating.
bring their boats and their kayaks, and you know, we want to get kayaks. Thank you, Living the Silver Life, for really making me want one bad. Go check out Living the Silver Life if you haven't. Them guys, they show off some pretty awesome scenery, and they go kayaking in almost every video if there's a place they can kayak in. And really, honestly,
Well,
I want to get a kayak.
they have 2 pools,
Yeah, they have
2 different lodges that are in use.
they have the
But
family
not
lodge
open right now.
and the what used to be the adult lodge is now just the second lodge,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have the family pool, and what used to be the adult pool is now just the second pool, and the family pool is pretty good sized pool. The second pool is not that big, but it does have. Does it have? Do they have a hot tub here?
Yes. They have a spa.
Yeah. So they got a spa down by the second pool, right? Which is right by the lodge
And the laundry room.
and the laundry room.
But this part.
So
It's really quiet and calm out here.
it's very quiet and calm. And I don't know what else to say. Trying to do reviews is hard work. Shout out to all you that do reviews and do them well.
And don't end up fighting on them because
do them well.
historically they have not ended well with us.
Because, I mean, trying to even just...
They take notes and plan it out beforehand, unlike us.
Well, we do nothing planned out except for, like, where we're going to go. And even
We
then
don't even
change those
plan
plans.
that.
Well, I'm talking about where we're going to stay over the next few months.
Oh, well.
But other than that, we fly by the seat of our pants, and sometimes our pants are on fire.
Okay, shout out time.
We're going to do shout outs. Who do we want to shout out? How about Debbie and Bob?
I thought I was going to hand it to you and just let you do it all.
Debbie and Bob. What can I say about you two? You guys are in Florida. You guys, during the first lockdown, you did a lot of live shows, live streaming, and invited a lot of different RVers and full-timers that also YouTube to come in and join your live stream and meet each other. And you basically grew a tremendous community of RVers that all do YouTube and now are a part of something bigger than each of us individually. And you guys are Blue Wave Odyssey. And Bob is so welcoming and just made me feel like a longtime friend from the very first moment we met online. I can't say enough about y'all. You come over and you watch your videos, you leave comments, you encourage other people to do so. And I'm gonna get quiet now.
Check them out.
So go check out Blue Wave Odyssey, Bob and Debbie. Tell them, go ahead and comment down in their video. Tell them that seeouRView sent you over there and say hi for us. Go over, check them out, watch the video, leave a comment, give them a thumbs up, subscribe, and tell them seeouRView sent you. Peace. Thank you.
My hand is hurting.
Yeah, mine was too. What else?
That's it.
That's it. Bye.
Bye. Where are we pointing? Right
Over
there?
here. Yep. If you're not already subscribed to us, click on the logo over here and subscribe.
Yeah.
Right up here's a video we think you might like. And right down here is a playlist with feature. That's all, folks.
And down here we're featured in other people's channels, so watch.
Yay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.